forecast for November 7th through the 11th, and it looks like we're starting off warm. We are going to see a couple of days of closer to normal weather here on tomorrow and Wednesday. Before we warm up one more time, we're going to be dry most of the week before we have a chance for, looks like some significant rain Friday night through the weekend. But let's look at all the details as we're going across the country here. First of all, we're going to start off on satellite imagery. You can see our clouds that are around certainly this morning are moving out, and the showers that were around overnight, we did get a little bit over 1/10 of an inch of rain at my house overnight. That is swinging through. It's been quite dry around here, and it will continue dry. You can see there's a lot of dry weather off to our west before this system, which is going to be eventually a tropical system, makes its way across Florida and then probably eventually infuses some moisture into a front that has the chance to bring us some pretty significant rain across southern Vermont as we head towards the weekend. Have to keep an eye on that certainly as we head towards the weekend forecast. But anyways, before we get to that point though, lots of dry weather to happen and some cooler air as we have moved a front through. We're going to move a secondary boundary layer through this afternoon and really do start to cool off those temperatures after being record warmth. Particularly the overnight lows have been incredible. Albany was 67 the other Saturday night into Sunday. Yesterday's low temperature was 67 in Albany. That was 5 degrees warmer than the highest low there's ever been in November, in any day in November in Albany. So yeah, if it feels like it's been strangely warm, it has been strangely warm. Sometimes that happens. The ridge has been very impressive. Okay, as we look at satellite imagery here, radar imagery here, we've got, here's our front that's swinging through. That is, again, the first wave of kind of starting to cool us off a little bit. Back to our west, there's another front, and definitely our air will be coming more from a north and westerly direction as we head through the week, the rest of the middle of the week here. And that will certainly cool us off to more normal temperatures as we head through the week, like I said. Temperatures across the country here, you can see still very warm. Mid-50s for at least a lot of us here across southern Vermont this morning. To our east, there's still some 60-degree temperatures. Actually, our low temperatures will actually occur today. Our daily low temperatures will happen at midnight as we'll be cooling off heading into tomorrow morning. So these aren't actually our lows for the day. And you can also see that temperatures will probably peak. We probably will get a few degrees out of this morning as the sun comes out on the backside of the clouds. But temperatures will start to cool off throughout the afternoon. It won't be a real sharp, subtle, or dramatic drop in temperatures. You will notice the dew point as it gets a lot drier out there. And then the cool off really happens as we head through the evening and overnight hours. There is some cold weather to our west. We're not going to tap the real cold stuff yet. Maybe next week. The pattern does seem to look to kind of shift pretty dramatically for next week. No guarantees on getting really cold, but definitely there is some cold weather out to our west as we are, of course, warm here across the eastern part of the United States. Here's those temperatures, 50s. You can see it's not real cool to our west. We get a lot of 40s in southern Ontario and southern Quebec. And they will sort of be filtering down in our direction as we head through, like I said, the day and particularly overnight tonight. In terms of our overall forecast today, we start off with the clouds, but we will get some sun even by later on this morning, I think. Temperatures upper 60s still, quite warm. We are definitely starting to trend towards cooler weather, but not quite there yet. So upper 60s after starting off in the mid 50s. Tonight we cool back into the mid 30s, and tomorrow we only get into the mid 40s, which is actually maybe a degree or two even below average, but that's pretty close to average for this time of year. Basically relatively normal temperatures for Tuesday and Wednesday. We start off pretty chilly on Wednesday morning, low 20s for a lot of us, mid 20s in some of the warmer spots. Temperatures start to rebound a little bit and start to warm back up again as we head into the low 50s on Wednesday. Thursday, we're back up close to 60 as we definitely are starting to turn the trend towards warmer again. And here, Wednesday and Thursday, we'll have to keep an eye on, just be a little cautious about if you're doing any sort of outdoor burning. We've been quite dry lately. We will be dry. Dew points will be low on Wednesday and Thursday. So just be cautious of that if you're out there doing any burning. That we do have it higher than average, especially for this time of year, fire danger. So not a no burn kind of day, but just you want to keep an eye on it kind of day. So 60 on Thursday after lows in the 20s. Friday, mostly a nice day. Clouds start to move in and through the afternoon. Evening rain, probably, not sure timing on this is definitely too early to lock in yet. But right now it looks like probably after nightfall on Friday, after evening. and with temperatures in the mid 60s. This will be some tropically infused rain, so the overnight rain into Saturday could potentially be pretty significant. Like I said, I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this as we head through to see exactly how much rain we're looking at and if there's going to be potentially any issues with that as we go forward. So in terms of your work week highlights, more normal temperatures Tuesday, Wednesday before we warm up again for the end of the week. Continued dry weather through the week. The chance for significant rain is increasing for Friday night through Saturday. Like I said, I'll keep an eye on that for you. Brush fire conditions are on the high side for this time of year, so be cautious with burning. And after this weekend's warm up, the pattern does look to shift towards cooler weather for us probably for next week. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right. Thanks for joining me for our forecast this morning. I'll be back on Friday with an updated look at your weekend forecast, particularly with the details on this, how significant that rain might be. If it does look even more significant than it is right now, which there's some potential for some issues on the weekend, I might be back a little bit earlier with a forecast. That's why you should subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps make sure you don't miss any of those videos, particularly as we get into the time of year where I'm more likely to have more than just my regular forecasts each week. And also, if you want to support what I do financially here, I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons who do that. And thanks for their help in making the channel what it is. I'll be back, like I said, Friday with a look at your weekend forecast.